So we are talking about, is social media the new cold calling? Now, before we go into is it the new cold calling, we need to define what exactly is cold calling. Now, is cold calling effective and is it efficient? Because it's great if something is effective, but it also needs to be efficient. So effective is, does it work? Efficient is, can I scale it? Can I make it bigger, or do I always have to be involved? Now, does cold calling work? Yes, absolutely, without a doubt, cold calling work. It is effective. Cold calling is what you do for now business. It's when you pick up the phone, you can make a couple of calls, 20, 30, depending on your ratio, and you will be able to get a lead with depending on what your ratio is. So you are in charge of how many leads you can get. So if you want now business, then absolutely, without a doubt, you would need to do cold calling, especially if you are brand new and you don't have leads yet. But is it effective? Or is it efficient? In other words, can it run without me? And the answer is no. Generally, cold calling can't run without you unless you employ someone else to do it. But they actually have to be in front of the computer on their phone in order to action what they need to action. It's not like an automation where it's running 24 hours, whether you are sleeping or on holiday. So if that person isn't actually in front of you or the person making the call, that can't happen. So is it effective? Absolutely. Is it efficient? Not so much. So let's look at the pros and cons when it comes to cold calling. Now, one of the biggest pros is it's a direct connection. I can pick up the phone and speak to someone. There's a human being on the other side. It is immediate feedback. I know at that moment whether I've got a lead or not. I don't have to wait. So the feedback is instant. It's cost effective. Phone calls are still one of the cheapest forms of communication out there. Very, very important one that we need to remember is that it's now business. So if ever you're a new estate agent or you are needing or in need of business right now, then cold calling will always be your number one step to go to, because we've already said that it is where you are in control. Another pro is that it's active prospecting. Now, in real estate, you get two forms of prospecting. You get active prospecting and passive prospecting. So active prospecting is the one that you are in charge. You can pick up the phone, make more calls. You can knock on the door and meet people. You can go to a networking event and go to different people and introduce yourself. That's active. Passive, on the other hand, is I send out a bunch of emails and I wait. I send out flyers and I wait. I'm not in control if someone's going to contact me back. I have to wait until they contact me back in order to get the lead. So passive and active. Now, 50% of your time as a real estate agent should be spent on active prospecting, whatever that is for you. Now, if you're brand new or you're a low producer or you need more business, then active prospecting is where you want to sit. Active is the now business. Passive is the long-term consistent business. So definitely a pro for cold calling is that it is active prospecting. And then another pro is that it's one-on-one. It's me talking to you. It's you talking to me. It's person on person. It's a more intimate connection than other forms of media. So let's look at the cons. The cons is, well, it's a bit intrusive, right? We all have been through those things where we slap in the middle of something and our phone rings and it's someone that wants to sell us a 9 cell phone contract. We've all gone through that experience. But the intrusiveness of that is because we know it is a telesalesperson. They sound like it. So the trick on cold calling is to sound like we're just friends. It's not, hi, is this Nicolene Hamilton, or am I speaking to Nicolene Hamilton? That already says that you don't know who I am and you're phoning to ask me for something. But if I answered the call and I said, hi, Nicolene, how are you? It's already a different connection, and already your brain tells you, oh, I must know this person. So always just a little tip, don't say, hi, is this Nicolene Hamilton? Just says, Hi, is this Nick? Or just hi, Nicolene, how are you? It sounds better. It sounds friendly. So greet them the way you would greet a friend if you were phoning a friend. Apologies. The next one is that you have a limited reach. In other words, that if that person, either you or your telesales person that you've hired, isn't making the calls, it's not happening. So it's limited in that sense that it could only happen in a certain point of the day. It can't happen while you sleep. And then obviously, the one we all fear is rejection. Cold calling has got a high rate of rejection, and we know intellectually, we know they're not rejecting us. It's not us that they don't like. It is not the product that they're just not interested right now. So that rejection is real, and we sometimes take it personally, even though it is not personally. And in the con, that was also a pro, is that it's one-on-one. So your time is limited, because if it's one-on-one, you can only do one person at a time, which limits your time and limits your reach to get more people. So there's a couple of challenges that we face when it comes to cold calling. So what are they? Well, we've already said that one of the biggest things that we need to overcome is we need to overcome rejection. We need to understand that if someone doesn't want the product or the service that we offer, it's not us. So when you make a cold call, you must not be attached to the outcome. All you're doing is asking someone whether they need something that you have. We also need to understand that when we go into that call of cold calling, is we come in with value. We provide massive value. There are tons of people that would not be able to move from one place to another place without you. There are industries that exist because of you as an estate agent. You bring massive value. So when you make that call, you must change your mindset that, oh, I don't want to make this call. I don't want to be a beggar, to how many people can I help today? How many people can I add value today? Because you are valuable, and what you have to offer is valuable. What you know is valuable to the people that don't know it. We assume it's easy because we've been doing it for so many years, but it's not. We kind of forget that what we think is common knowledge to us right now isn't common knowledge to everybody out there. So just remember that as well. If anybody wants to join our 30-day real estate term challenge, what it is, it's 30 days, 30 terms. Every day you get a WhatsApp straight to your phone explaining a specific real estate term. All you need to do is go to the link on the screen below. It's absolutely free. Go and join. You'll get your term a day.